This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast.
Marcy.
Betsy.
Oh, spooky. We're so deep in spooky season.
Oh my gosh. We are. I won't talk before we introduce our guests, but I did watch a scary movie, and I don't know if I'll just say it real fast. We'll introduce you. Just a moment. You okay.
What?
Went to go see Smile on Friday. I'm not going to give any spoilers. Not giving any spoilers.
Don't. I haven't seen it.
But I got like a cup of water where they're just like, oh, would you like water? And then they give you a tiny little cup without a lid.
Yes.
So there was some ladies sitting next to me, very, very young, almost maybe teen ladies. And they were talking the whole damn time and then leaning very far over my cup holder. So I was like, I'm just going to hold this. I'm just going to hold it. And I was there with our friend Janice Meeting and joking the whole evening that she was going to get scared and throw her popcorn in the air.
Yes.
But guess what? Instead of her throwing popcorn in the air, there was a moment where I wouldn't even call it a jump scare. Just something freaked me out. And I screamed a blood-curdling scream and spilled water all over. I like jumped and spilled water all over my lap. And I was like, I'm
Honestly,
so cold.
That should be a review for the movie. You will throw cold water on yourself. I'm so excited to see it. We'll see if our guest is, because he goes back and forth. Like sometimes he's in, sometimes he's not. But he's the best. He's an actor, a travel buddy. We've traveled all over together. Yep, we got matching ghost tattoos. Please welcome Matthew Figueira.
Hello.
Woohoo!
Whee!
Does your ghost still make you smile?
Oh, it's the sweetest little thing. I love it
Sweet
so
little
much.
ghost.
And it's like just out of view enough that I will get surprised by it every once in a while.
Something
And
on my
I'm just-
body.
Yeah, just charmed every time.
Me too. I just giggle every time I see it. I'm just like, oh yes, okay.
If you had told me I was going to get a ghost tattoo on my body at any point in my life, I would have told you you were out of your mind.
Yeah.
And here I am, and it's my favorite thing.
We did it.
It's a
I
little
know.
sheep
I was
ghost.
blown away when we all were like, that ghost rules. Because we went to Europe kind of this summer, had a blast. And we were like, kept kind of just joking about like, let's get matching tattoos. But they gotta be like from the window or something. Or the book.
Oh.
And we were really drunk one night in Amsterdam, walking to some good Thai, saw a little ghost and all lost our minds. And then a couple days later, went for it.
Yeah, that's the thing. We didn't even get it when we were drunk. We went back the next day. We were
Yeah.
committed. We were down.
But
it
it
hit
was
us in a place.
an idea born from drunkenness, and that's
Yes,
that's good.
yes.
That's what
The
you
best
want
ones.
to. You want to sleep on those, and then if they still seem good the next morning, you gotta do it.
You know, Citizen Kane was one of those for sure.
For sure, for sure.
Matthew, are you going to see Smile?
No, that's
Okay.
one that I'm not down for.
Okay.
What about
Okay.
it? What do you think is your resistance to it?
So I'm sort of a born again spooky watcher.
Uh-huh.
I, for my entire life, have been very anti spooky anything. I don't want to go to a haunted house. I don't want to go watch a scary movie. Kristen, my wife, very much the opposite, and wants to watch scary movies incessantly, all the time, do all those things. So I've sort of like come around to really, really enjoying them. But there are some the ones that are just like purely there for jump scares and to like fuck your shit up, I don't need it. I don't need to just be like anxious any more than I already am. Give me a good story and I'm in. But like, and like the torture ones, nope, don't need it.
I'm out for those. I hate that. I don't
Yeah.
need that shit, man.
I don't like just a loud noise jump scare either. That's too scary for me.
It also just feels cheap. It's like, anyone could do that. It's not fair.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, cars scare me on the street from doing it.
Dude, all the time. I got a neighbor with a motorcycle, and it's constantly just like, oh, God, freaking the whole house out. Like, Wilma starts fucking barking. We're screaming.
How dare Steve Slaga?
On a big old hog.
So not in its. I will say that I don't think Smile is very scary. I enjoyed it in the theater because we all got to have like these moments together where we're like, well, how about?
I do love a moment with an audience. Those are good.
We had some moments.
I love that when all of the audience is in on it and it's just like, whoa, whoa. We had that with Pearl.
Yes.
When we saw Pearl.
Pearl was wonderful.
Marcy, I'm telling you, Pearl rules and X rules. You gotta watch them.
And I bet Maxine's gonna be good
And
too.
I bet Maxine's gonna be so rad.
Trapped in her family's isolated farm, Pearl must tend to her ailing father under the bitter and overbearing watch of her devout mother. Hoping for a more glamorous life, Pearl's ambitions, temptations, and repressions all collide to horrific effect. Ooh,
Ooh,
Okay. I never even heard of this movie.
It's really good.
It's a teeny tiny one, but it's lovely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good.
It's pretty much one woman losing her mind.
Yeah, it's kind of like a one-woman show in a great way.
So it's like Kristen Stewart and Spencer.
Very much so.
Yes,
That's-
But if the whole movie was her just eating those pearls,
I would have loved that. It took a second where I was like, I'm pretty sure I saw that. I was like, oh, yes, I did see that. I did watch Spencer. I did. You did. So, Matt, we're going to start with the question we ask everybody. What do you believe in, if anything, in the paranormal?
I've been thinking about this. I find life in general to be incomprehensible.
Right.
Like just the simplest things I can't wrap my mind around. So all this paranormal stuff, all the ghosts, all the aliens. Yeah. Why not? It's just stuff that we don't really have answers for, right?
Right.
Right.
Just things that are just sort of not things that science can sort of put their finger on. And then we just sort of live with that.
Right.
I mean, it's wild.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm in.
I like how you put that even just living life is like so hard to get.
Also, like, we understand nothing. Like, I've said it on the podcast before, but I will say it again because I had it confirmed last night for me that they did not know how anesthesia worked on the human body until 2020.
Oh my God.
And I said this, and my friend was like, oh, yeah, my brother, either his brother or brother-in-law is an anesthesiologist. I mean, his brother's an anesthesiologist. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's true. They were like, well, we know that it does work. And they're like, and that's why sometimes people will die because we don't know. But now they figured, they're like, okay, now we know. So.
And they just went ahead and did it anyway.
Just kept doing it, being
Yeah.
like, we're knocking you out.
Thank God they know now.
God.
Yeah, there's just some, I mean, like time in and of itself, we don't know
Dude.
what time is. Time is, could be going one way or another or 1,000
Yep.
ways. I mean, I got no answers. So if there are ghosts in the middle of that, why not?
Right.
Exactly. It's also that thing of like, if, yeah, like, we don't know anything. So what if it is even like, if we like get to a place mentally or whatever where we then see ghosts? You know what I'm saying? Like, because it might be another dimension where we're all like, whoa, we see them now or whatever.
What if only scientists can see them under microscopes?
Okay, there we go. There, we're figuring this out.
Tiny.
I had heard something about how Einstein, towards the end of his life, got really interested in the idea of phantoms, which is sort of, I don't know, akin to what may be ghosts.
Yeah.
And how he was trying to decipher whether or not it's just sort of like leftover energy from places, or what have you. But he was like really digging in on ghosts before he died.
Oh, do you think he was like, I gotta become one? So let me figure out how to.
I've got more to do.
Yes, I have so much more to do.
He was like, I figured out so much shit. I can probably get this. I can probably get this easy.
Yeah, it's just
Probably.
pure hubris. It's like, sure, if
Yeah,
anyone
why
can do
not?
it, it's me. So let me try.
I'm a literal Albert Einstein over here.
Yeah, I'm the ultimate Einstein, man. Have you always kind of felt this way, Matthew, like throughout your whole life? Or were there times when you're like, no, I don't believe, I don't, or, you know, what?
I think it's probably been a bit of both. I think, well, my entire life I've been terrified of everything.
Oh no.
Always.
no.
I had a good little pocket, I don't know, like from 20 to 28 where I felt like nothing could ever happen to me. And that was the only chunk in my entire life that I'll ever feel like not scared of something. So I think there was reason that I was terrified all the time of the dark. I like couldn't sleep for
Yes.
shit as a child. I was always just thinking that things were coming to get me. I also like grew up in a very spiritual place and a very sort of like haunted, if you will, environment. Hawaii is a wild place for all of that.
Yeah, tell us about where you grew up.
So I grew up in Maui, and just Hawaii in general is a trip on so many different levels. And one of it being that it's just a very spiritual people that first showed up in Hawaii. The Hawaiians have a whole list of deities that they believe in and gods and their own beliefs, and they believe in other realms, and they're really, really in tune spiritually with like the place that they're in. And the island just has this crazy energy. If you've ever been there and you've done anything other than like hang out at a hotel, you understand that there's a wild energy in Hawaii. It just exists in the middle of nowhere. It's so crazy. It is the most isolated body of land in the entire world. Like, there is nothing around it but ocean, and it should not exist.
Yes.
And because of that, partly, I suppose, the energy is just crazy. Like, anything can happen there. So you have that. You have these people that are really spiritual and believe in these gods and deities and animals that have spirits within them. And then history starts happening, and it's a place that gets completely overthrown. It's a freestanding monarchy in the world that gets overthrown by Americans and missionaries and illegally annexed. So there's all this like weird energy and juju from that happening. Then you introduce a ton of different cultures with their own ghosts. When we start doing plantations, we introduce sugarcane and pineapple, and we bring in Japanese, Chinese, Filipinos, Koreans, Portuguese with all their stuff. They're all there to be like free, cheap labor, essentially, and get worked to death. So you've got all this weird energy on top of it. Then you have World War II, where like Hawaii gets bombed to shit, and half the islands start turning into like medical zones. Like my elementary school was an old World War II hospital, and that place is fucking wild.
Ooh.
So you just got all this
Yeah.
crazy energy, both culturally and spiritually, and good things have happened on top of bad things. I don't know. Imagine like every single square foot of Hawaii is a sacred space, and then you're just sort of walking on old sacred ground. Some more so than others, but like everything is sacred there. So you're just sort of like on old burial grounds everywhere you go.
And then you have a bunch of
wild
like
spot.
people
it's
coming
always
to
been-
visit and fucking shit up, right? Like, or like,
Yes.
like being like, I'm going to touch this. I'm going to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's a nuts place, and it's always been very much a possibility in my mind. Like growing
Right.
up, it wasn't ever, people would have their stories, and no one was ever like, no way, that's bullshit. Everyone's like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
okay,
Probably. All
something,
right.
you saw something.
It is like such a special place that's like hard to describe, and it's unlike anywhere I've ever been. Like, yeah, it really, like, you land and you're just like, where are we? And it's incredible, and just like, a vibe, man.
It's
Yeah, it's
the most magical place I've ever, and I've been to Oahu, Maui, and Kauai. Maui's my favorite.
yeah.
I mean, I went to Kauai in like kind of like colder months, so the surf was really rough. So I was in like Maui in like May for a friend's wedding, like years and years ago, and I was like, it was kind of like perfect. So maybe
Yes.
that, but also it's just like, this fucking place is amazing. It's just amazing, and it felt magical, and like we were on like a farm there for my friend, like for her wedding only had like 20 people, so it was like we were staying on a farm, and then like, so it was like a farm that they worked, but then they had these little bungalows and stuff, and like an open outdoor kitchen, and like they were like, oh, these are like sacred stones over here, so just don't go into them. And like we were just like, and my friend who was getting married, we're all like very into hearing these stories, so like it was so cool to have like the owners like tour around and to explain about the history of the property and stuff. It's just like really cool. So it's amazing.
It's a fascinating place, and you have to work really hard to not be affected by Hawaii when you're there.
Yeah.
You have to really shut in, or really be, I don't know, doing your own thing,
Jaded.
trying to be,
Yeah.
you got to be jaded and trying to be an asshole. It's hard to not be affected by the energy that Hawaii has.
It really is, because like everybody was so nice and chill, and like so proud of living, like so proud of where they live, which is just a neat thing to see, like where it did feel everywhere we went, whoever we met like had an awesome story about where we were standing, or like where it's really, really cool.
Also,
Yeah.
I saw a fireball in the
What do you mean?
like in the sky. They were like, someone was telling me about the lore of like fireballs, that like it's not like a shooting star. It is like a ball of fire that you
What?
see. And I saw one.
Wild.
What?
Is this a thing that is known, or am I making it up?
No, I'm not entirely familiar with the fireball aspect of it, but it's not unheard of to me. I mean, like, fire is a huge thing in Hawaii. The main goddess in Hawaii is Pele, and she's the fire goddess, and she is still very prevalent in that space, and still very revered and respected. And she's the volcanoes. She made the islands So fire is a big part of Hawaii's existence and creation story. And I have heard of the fireballs, but I can't totally speak to it.
I mean, it was just like across the sky, like a ball of fire just appeared and then disappeared. And I was like, I mean, I've seen shooting stars before, and that's definitely not what it was, unless it was just so close to us in the atmosphere. But I was told that like when you see them from from the horizon going up, that's like a celebration, and when it's like from the sky going down, it's like a warning.
Which way was it going?
This was going across, though.
Oh,
it went
that's
across.
Have fun.
Because
Chill out.
we were doing one of those, go up to the top of the volcano before sunrise and then bike down things, those like tours.
You bike down?
Yeah, so you go up.
I've never met someone who's actually done that. How was it?
It was so cold because it's like, 10,000 feet? Isn't it like crazy high? So we go to the peak. We're watching the sun come up. I've never been more just unprepared for coldness, And then we get on the bikes and like we start biking down, and we biked all the way down to the beach. And like when we got like to the foot of the mountain, it was like started to rain on us for a while. So like it was just like very cool. And it was getting like so much warmer as we went down. It was just like a perfect, like the coolest experience. Also, all you have to do when you bike down the mountain is put the brakes on. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, ride those brakes, dude. You gotta just ride the brakes the whole time.
Yeah. Or else
Did you have anybody honk at you and try to get you off the side of the road?
No, it was so. If we started at sunrise, so it was like kind of like not
early enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm sure they would. I'm sure they.
Were you a big honker, Matthew?
It's just a favorite pastime of any local there to get the people who are riding down the mountain.
Sure of it.
Honk, honk, die.
It's one of those things that's like, I don't know, you have one of those things that seems like the most fun, but because of having grown up there, I can never be caught dead actually doing it.
Yes.
I would immediately get just spat on and like just betrayed my people.
You betrayed your people.
How could you?
How dare you?
Yeah, I guess it would be like a hike into the Hollywood sign here, right, guys?
Don't, oh shit. Yeah, just like that. Humiliating. Not nice.
Nothing
nice.
I do.
I don't do it every Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't do it a lot. Oh, God.
I mean, where are we going to hike, guys?
Thank you. Thank you.
So growing up around all that magic, was your family, like, were they the type of people to tell you stories about, like things that had happened to them or...
So my family ended up in Hawaii because they're all Portuguese and they came along in the late 1800s. And they are all pretty strictly, my grandparents were pretty strictly Roman Catholic, big believers, and were not particularly keen on those kinds of other spiritual stories. So they weren't necessarily like... bringing that to the table. They also definitely weren't like shunning it because, again, kind of being in Hawaii, you can't totally deny these things. So there's a level of respect, even if that's not necessarily like where they're coming from. But then I have another family that is all Hawaiian and are all very in tune with the actual culture and spirit of Hawaii, and we're always very willing to speak to it and talk about it, and would hold ceremonies and make sure you knew what to do and not to do in certain places and how to just sort of respect the space. And so with that, it was always just kind of on the table. Everything was just a possibility. And you kind of knew how to not tread lightly isn't the right word, but like you knew how to just respect the space that you were in and not invite bad energy or bad things coming your way. And because
go ahead.
Well, just because of how anxious I was never trying to
More
bring
than
that.
happy to
I'll pay
respect
attention here.
everything. What was like? Do you remember some of like the scarier things of like what stuck with you hard? Of like, oh, okay, I will never do that, or I will,
So the night marchers are nuts. So the night
Yes.
marchers are old Hawaiian warriors that are continuing down. I believe the idea is that they will march down the same paths that they were marching when they were in battle. So Hawaii was also at a certain point when all of the islands were ruled by different kings. Hawaii was a very warring culture. Like they would go to battle pretty often. So there's a lot of like ancient bloodshed as well. And these paths that these warriors would walk continue to get tread upon by their ghosts. And if you were ever to hear a conch shell sound in the middle of the evening, or actually hear like the sound of stomping feet, and some people will even swear that they see the torches of these warriors as they walk by. The idea is to immediately, you can't move. You're supposed to get down on your knees, hands and knees, put your head down. And I was always told, I'm not Hawaiian, but if you are Hawaiian, you start listing your lineage. You start saying your ancestry, so that these warriors know that you are being respectful and you are of the people of Hawaii. Otherwise, the idea is that they will take you with them along this path and take your soul to the other side, essentially. So,
whoa!
the
I
night
got
marchers
chills.
are nuts. Yeah, that's one you don't want to fuck with at all.
Did you know anybody who was like, I saw torches?
I mean, I'd have cousins who would certainly like pull my leg on that end. I'm sure there are older folks that have definitely seen it. I definitely wouldn't scoff at anyone who tells me that they did, because sure.
Yeah. Hey, I just stay
I don't
out
want
at
to
night.
test those waters.
Yeah. Ooh.
Night March is definitely one that I would like not want to run into. But if you do, a lot of it is just a respect thing. Like none of them are really coming for you unless you show them that they should be. Like my dad has this story. This is the only one that I like really remember from my dad, where he went out, he was in his 20s, he was dating this woman, and they were kind of in this like rocky patch, and she wasn't from Hawaii and had an old boyfriend of hers come and visit to Maui. So they were all in Maui. My dad, third wheeling it, really had to like show this guy around the island, and they went camping in Hana. And Hana is one of the more untouched places in Maui. It's still sort of off the beaten path, if you will, and still very much what it used to look like. They went camping in Hana, and because of that, like the energy there is particularly high. They went camping in Hana, and this guy's kind of being a dick to my dad the entire time, just really sort of rubbing in the fact that like, this is supposed to be your girlfriend and whatever.
Also, like that's such a bold move of the girlfriend. Like,
dude,
this is bad
Look,
news.
I don't know her,
around.
but she sounds toxic.
doesn't sound fun at all. But that my dad was still willing. I mean, but that's also certainly what I would do too. Be like, yeah, I guess I'd show you around. Like, why not?
Okay.
So they go camping and they build this fire, and they're just kind of hanging out, having some drinks, whatever. This guy's still kind of being a dick, to the point where like my dad's no longer really chatting with the two of them, and he sees this white cat just sort of walk on by, kind of just lingering around the area. Doesn't pay too much attention to it, but then it keeps coming closer and closer. And my dad likes animals well enough that he was just sort of like trying to be nice to the cat and was just like saying what's up. The guy, kind of being the dick that he is still sort of being like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like trying to shush this cat away. The cat eventually ends up sitting on my dad's lap.
Oh,
Just sitting, just like perched up, not looking at my dad, but just sort of like sitting on his lap. This friend of theirs thinks it would be a really funny idea if my dad said he had like a handle of tequila in his hand. Takes a swig of this handle of tequila, spits it into the fire at my dad. So like,
What?
yeah. Spits it into the fire so that like when the alcohol hits the flames whoosh directly into my dad's path. Crazy
What
thing
is
about
this dude doing?
big piece of shit. Crazy thing about this, my dad swears on it that the fire came as it was like supposed to towards my father, and the cat still sitting on his lap. The fire then made a fucking U-turn, flew back into the face of the guy who just spat this alcohol, singed his eyebrows and his hair, and that was that. And then the cat up and left, and my dad's girlfriend's friend was just like burned all his hair off. Isn't that fucking nuts?
That's so wild.
He was like one of the wet bandits.
Yes.
Yeah, they totally marved him.
that's
Whoa.
so wild.
So he swears it was Pele. I don't know if Pele. So Pele, the fire goddess, is one that has been known to arrive as a woman in white and creatures as well. I've never heard of her being a cat, but it was a pure white cat that kept this fire from hitting my dad and instead turned on the person who like caused it.
Who's being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And totally just being like, you're bringing shitty vibes to this island. I'm gonna burn your eyebrows off.
Yeah.
You piece of shit. Whoa.
It's nuts.
I honestly can't even imagine getting to the island and being a dick because it's just so relaxing and nice.
I
you know?
know.
People do it.
You're like, why you
Lots
wanna
of
be a
people do it.
dick? Don't be a dick, guys. Come on.
That is so wild.
But that's kind of the thing, right? We're
I
like
love it.
the legend with Pele, when like she is a woman in white, is that like she'll be on the side of the road, and if you don't pick her up, then bad things will come to you. So she's sort of testing whether or not you're a nice person, or like whether or not
I wouldn't pick her up.
Betsy,
one
we've
bit.
talked about this.
It's tough. I don't know if I would do it either. I'd be terrified. But
I'd be so scared. I guess in Hawaii I would. Now I would.
Now you have to. Now you know.
I have to. Oh God, I'm gonna pick up so many weird ladies in white. I didn't even need a ride. Now get in, fire goddess. Come on.
Oh my God, how brilliant would it be as a teenager to be like, well, I don't have a car, but I'm going to go put on a white dress and get to where I need to go.
Yes. That would rule.
Teens dressed in white.
I need to get to
hitchhiking.
Wailea Beach, man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure.
that would work.
Whoa.
That's nuts on so many levels just because that guy's a psycho and he deserved it. And I was worried the cat was going to get burned.
Unscathed.
Right.
But really, that the way my dad, I mean, also my dad might just be like, I fucking hate this guy. So like, let's make him sound like more of a piece of shit. But sounds like a monster.
Sounds awful. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's so nuts, dude. I
And there's
love
just
it.
a ton of stuff like that. And just also back to it all sort of being sacred grounds.
Yeah.
You know, there are plenty of places that are built on places that they shouldn't have been. I don't know of a house that's built in Hawaii these days that isn't fully blessed before you
Wow.
actually start building.
Yeah.
And not like by any sort of like Christian father or anything, but like actual kapuna who are just there to like make sure you're allowed to do this.
Yeah. You said your school went through a lot. Was there like urban legends or like stories
Not
about the
urban.
school?
Those would be rural legends, right?
Okay, fair enough.
Rural
fair enough.
legend. So the elementary school was built on, or wasn't even built on, was before it was converted into an elementary school, was a old hospital for
Ugh.
World War II in that moment in time.
Yeah.
I didn't actually go there. I went to a tiny little Catholic school
Yes, okay.
next to a graveyard that we live across the street from.
I saw it. We drove by it. We drove by it, everybody.
It's spooky.
Everybody.
Hey, everybody listening. I drove by that, and it was spooky.
But yeah, people have stories of like seeing nurses in that space still.
Yeah.
But my high school was one in which I would get more of the urban legends because I was actually there. That place.
Right.
So the basketball gym, I played basketball for a little while, and practices would go very late. So we would be there later than anybody else in the school and already be completely shut down. And then there's 12 sweaty teenagers just running around. And then
Already that energy is nuts.
Gross.
That's already
Not
awful
great.
energy.
Yeah.
Lots of white cats showing up. Here. Let's make sure this shit's chill.
Are you guys cool or what? But that place has a little girl that roams, where the athletic director swears he has a photo in the gym of this little girl, that he was just sort of like taking pictures, I don't know, of the space and captured this little girl. The janitors have heard childlike banter in these spaces. That was the like big thing with the school that I went to, was this little girl that sort of wandered the halls after dark.
Oh,
And I'll tell you,
God.
like, and also the energy in that basketball gym was just, it was weird. It was, you did not want to be caught there by yourself ever, even in the middle of the day. Like when we would go to like our prep rallies in the basketball court.
Yeah.
It would be weird if you were there alone. It was a weird space.
Yeah. Ooh, a little girl.
Yeah. Little kid ghosts freak me out the fucking most. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
I don't need that. No way.
Just like, why? Why didn't you grow up? What happened?
Yeah.
It can't be good.
Can't be good.
It can't be good.
Can't be good. Yeah. Someone didn't help you get over to the other side. This is bad. This is neglect. This is bad.
Yeah, this is bad. Everything's pointing to bad. Ooh, man.
But I never ran into any ghosts on my own. I think maybe they just know that like he's gonna run the other way, or he's gonna get down on his knees and immediately just be like, "I'm so sorry."
Yeah.
Listing
Take my
all your
soul.
grandparents and great grandparents.
What are you doing, dude?
So you said that most of the houses are built places they shouldn't be built. Are there ramifications of that building where they don't belong, or have you heard of any?
Yeah, I've definitely heard of places that have had to get like re-blessed because they hadn't either been blessed properly, or they then discover bones underneath their property when they're not. Because there's just a lot of like burial grounds that they're not really. I think they're better about it now in terms of there are actually like rules and regulations that you have to do a bunch of excavating before you say, yeah, you can build this mall here.
Real quick, one of my friends from actually, like, we grew up together and ended up going to college together. He's an anthropologist, and his job is to essentially give the okay to like builders all around the United States to like make sure that they're not uncovering something, or if they do, then he has to excavate it. Like, I had no idea that was a job. And then he was telling me, I was like, that's nuts.
Did he tell you of anything like crazy he found?
He hasn't found, and this was now like probably talking to him like 4 years ago. He didn't find anything yet that was like,
Call him.
Gotta
Call him.
Yeah. Call him. George Dombrowski, come on.
Also-
but that's so wild but of course.
I have to say that the burying people in the ground and then needing them to stay there for eternity is maybe a bad plan for all of us to have agreed upon long ago.
Very short-sighted.
Yeah, because like
True, like
I've just been reading about how the idea of that is mostly through Christianity and the understanding that like there will be a second coming and that your body will rise from the earth. So they didn't want to not have their bodies around.
Barf.
They wanted them to be as
on.
intact as possible.
you
So
want
that
a
like,
rotten body? Come on.
isn't that fucking nuts? But
that's because Chicago, they like built their cemetery like somewhere, but then like, okay, this is really bad, but trust me. Trust me.
Betsy.
This is all the facts.
What part's bad? Your memory or the
My memory and how I'm going to say it.
Okay.
So, but they built like an original cemetery that then like the city kept getting built up and the river, like it was by the river or something, and then like it like flooded and got into the water system, so they had to like remove all of the bodies and put it somewhere else, like a new cemetery somewhere farther away from the middle of the city, something like that.
They're like,
I
I guess
swear I read that somewhere.
Can you imagine being the person that like discovers that, oh my God, my water is gross.
And it's from the cemetery.
What's wrong here?
a finger came out of my faucet.
I feel in the olden days are like, sweet, dude, a finger. Now I can eat.
Not when they had a
man.
faucet. Come on.
It's the depression, man.
Yeah.
I gotta
we're
eat
hungry.
these thingies.
What should we be doing with bodies? Did we already talk about this recently where we're like, what do you want to do? Burn your body?
I want to
Bury-
do a tree.
You can become compost now.
Yeah, I would do that.
That would be cool.
That would be very fun. And I heard
Yeah.
it's a pretty quick process, like 2 months.
Honestly,
Eh,
if you just want to put me in an open trash can and let some raccoons after me, I don't care. That's fine too.
Dude, there was, I feel I've talked about this before. Oh God, mortician. There's a rad mortician who came and did ASCAT years and years ago.
Kate,
and
is her name, is the lady who wrote Smoke Gets in Your Eyes?
I think maybe.
I'll look her name up.
But she was very much like, I want my body to just be left in the woods and let the animals have it and like just go back into the earth like I came. And I was like, that's so cool. I didn't know you
great.
could do that.
Yeah, is her name Caitlin Dowdy?
I'm afraid I can't remember.
There's this really cool YouTube mortician lady, and she has a book called Smoke Gets in Your Eyes and Other Lessons from the Crematory. And yeah, she's just like a cool lady, and she talks about like what happens when a dead body comes in and like, you know, that kind of stuff, like spooky.
Yeah. Too spooky. I'm
Wild
sorry,
that-
Matt. I feel I interrupted to tell my really good fact about Chicago.
I'm glad you did. Otherwise, we wouldn't
About
have finger water.
burying. I guess we were all just talking about like, yeah, of course there's bodies. Why did we bury, man?
Everywhere. A lot of Hawaiians will do. They're very spiritual with their like not just living creatures, but their land as well. So there's a thing called pohakus that essentially will become the spirit and the embodiment of the person who has passed. So that's part of the reason why rocks in Hawaii are super, super no-nos. When you are leaving Hawaii, you should never take a rock with you. You don't know what that rock is actually there for.
Don't take a thing, essentially.
Do
from
not
Hawaii.
take anything. But yeah, so they'll actually do that so like a lot of their I think now a lot of them will be cremated, and then they'll just use the pohaku as a sort of stand-in, essentially, for that being that was, and it's pretty cool. But the taking the rocks is nuts. People will. That is it. Not a joke.
That's so wild. I feel I learned this when we went. Like, that was the first time I'd heard of that. And
You never saw the Brady Bunch where they didn't take a rock, but they took a little like a little necklace or an amulet from Hawaii, and then they got cursed.
whoa, I have not seen that episode. No,
They're
that
just trying to
sounds
teach people
awesome.
on the Brady Bunch, man. They're just trying to tell you how to be.
Don't take stuff.
Wow.
But yeah, like I have an uncle who used to work next to the, I don't know, the Maui Tourist Bureau, and he says that on a daily basis, that tourist bureau will get boxes and envelopes of rocks mailed back to the islands with notes saying that they're sorry, I didn't mean to take this, I didn't know what I was doing. Because, I mean, without fail, you take something off that island and your bad energy starts following you. People lose jobs, people get sick, people just unexplained, like immediate bad vibes. So yeah, don't do it. It's real.
The few times that I've been, I'm always like, we have to do something at the beginning as like a little offering,
Yeah,
just like
To
to
just
set
say,
up
like,
the trip.
Nice.
that's a lovely way to do it.
Yeah, like we like make a. I think the last time that my group of weird friends went, we made like a little altar on the beach, and like,
nice.
it was really cave stuff. We
I
like,
got really drunk and screamed, "This is the most beautiful place on the earth!" Oh my god! That's my offering. Being blown away by it. Wow, I also I would never be like, I need a rock from a place.
Right? What a weird instinct.
I can see little kids doing it, like how people take seashells and things of that nature, you know. So I could see if you don't know, but I feel like I'm the kind of person who wants to know about that stuff. Like, I'm not quite superstitious, but if there is like a thing other people observe, I will want to do it too. Like, you know, like I'm not like like if I still if I go into a church, even though I'm not practicing, I would still like do all the things that you're supposed to do, because it's like, well, that's just the culture of this place, right?
Okay.
So like whenever I heard that, I was like, I'm like, you guys can't take anything. Oh, we got to do an offering. We have to do a little prayer. We have to do a thank you. Like, I'm like, just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case.
I mean, it even goes down to the fact that like people have to dust off their shoes when they leave if you go to like the volcanoes and stuff. So like the little tiny pebbles in your feet.
I threw away my shoes because they were, they were done.
They were busted.
We did it right. Yeah, we did it right, and I had to leave them, being like, goodbye.
They were full of curse.
Yeah, they were full of curse. They just, had a very good run, and it ended in Hawaii.
That was your offering to.
That was my offering. Like, here's some stinky old fans. Thank you for having us.
I am so curious if we have any listeners who've heard of curses from taking something from a sacred place, or just to let us know. I'm curious of like what kind of things have happened.
I mean, Robert the doll, if you take pictures, they have kind of the same thing of like people writing letters to be like, I'm so sorry I took your picture
Matt,
of this.
do you know who
cursed
Robert the
doll."
doll is?
I do not.
Okay, well, Betsy, you can't just launch into Robert the doll. You got to tell
I
about Robert
can't.
the doll.
I know. Now I got to remember some of it. I know he's in Florida.
Key West,
and
I
he's
believe.
this Key West. He's this, like, he's a nasty looking little sailor doll. And he's haunted. And, like, when he was a kid's doll, like, people would see him, like, running through the windows of the big house and stuff. And, like,
Oh my.
and I feel he, like, told the kid to do stuff. Like, well, Robert told me. Kind of that stuff. And so He's like he's at a museum in a big glass case, and they're like, do not take pictures of this doll. If you do, bad things will happen. And there's stories of like, there's one story that I always remember of like, a guy and a girl, took a picture, and the guy was kind of like making fun of, maybe they didn't even take a picture, but it was like kind of making fun of it, like, oh yeah, this little doll's gonna do something. Well, they get on their motorcycle, big old motorcycle crash, the dude dies, I think, and the girl survives. Once again, I might be
I love these facts. These facts are perfect.
trying to remember.
Fingers everywhere.
Marcy has facts, but always backed up by TikTok. I have facts backed up from like things I read 7 years ago. Be like, I think this is it. But yeah, so that kind of idea, and they have like a bunch of letters and stuff from people being like, I took a picture. I'm so sorry, Robert. Please don't. Like,
Yeah, they'll send the pictures back, and
Yeah.
I like this. I like the vibe of ghosts and spirits being out there just trying to tell us not to be assholes.
Not to be rude.
Let's just not be rude. Let's just be cool. And if you're not cool, I will fuck your shit up.
You know,
Gonna get you.
even though I love TikTok, I take such issue with people recording other people without their knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
I like really am like that. I guess if like it's a danger situation or like something like that, like totally makes sense to be like,
Right.
this is like evidence or whatever. But just to be like, I'm making fun of a weird person. I hate it. I hate it.
Good.
That's tough. That's really tough. I don't like that.
So don't make fun of Robert the doll. Don't do things you're not supposed to do. Everybody mind their own business. How about that? Take your own shit.
Beeswax, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm such
Come
a little
on.
I'm a little bossy rule follower sometimes.
Same. Some of them are really good to have. These
Also,
rules are meant to make
Yeah,
things better.
especially with like paranormal stuff. I'm staying out of that.
We didn't want to get in trouble when we were younger, so we try to do things right.
Yeah.
That's true. And when we did get in trouble, we were very sad we did, and very
Devastated.
guilty.
Now, so you mentioned aliens earlier. What is there any, like, I've never heard people talk about aliens in relation to Hawaii. So I'm like curious if there is any like, specific thinking in that area.
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, outside of, I've never heard any Hawaii alien stories.
Right.
But I will say that, like, 12 of the biggest telescopes in the world are in Hawaii, probably for a little bit of a reason, mostly because light pollution is non-existent there. So I don't know, if you're going to see an alien, it's probably a good place to see one.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of land for them to land on. I don't know.
It's the stuff they're not talking about that you have to be worried about,
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
And there's a ton of like military stuff there too. So,
Right.
there's some weird tests going
Shit's
on.
going down for sure.
Yeah, I went
you never
to
hear about that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I was just saying I went to the Pearl Harbor Museum and I was like, "Oh, so like we really we shouldn't have gotten to that war, right? Not at that like it seems like the bombing of Pearl Harbor was like on a Sunday where there weren't a lot of people like even on the ships, and it was like it was a very weird thing. We were like, I think America was also being kind of shady in that moment too, like kind of like
Oh, we were ready to jump in that thing.
Yeah.
We just needed an
Waiting
excuse.
for anything.
But that was like a weird place to go to that memorial too. It was just like the people that had died there that are just like still under you. They're just like in the water beneath you because they were never able to get them out.
Oh man.
Kind
There's
of like
full ships that are still just underwater there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
like horrifying stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
Everything's nasty.
Let's go back to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Hawaii.
There was I'm like tempted. There was an episode of MTV's Fear that was shot in Hawaii.
We gotta watch it. I bet it's on YouTube. I love that show.
And it takes place in Maui, and it's at one of the old abandoned sugar cane mills. And that shit is also crazy because, you're dealing with a lot of pretty much free labor. And because of that, people died all the time.
Yeah.
So the energy is just bound to be fucked up and creepy. I had heard my whole life. I think it came out in like 2000. Again, never saw it. Didn't want to watch spooky things. But I had heard that mid-episode, because they just drop you into the sugar mill.
Yeah.
Fully stop production because it got too spooky and people were getting like panic attacks and just like they were just losing their shit in a way that they hadn't in these other episodes.
Whoa.
It's now a wedding venue.
Ooh, spooky. We gotta find that episode. I bet it's on YouTube.
We gotta get married there.
Yes.
We gotta get married there and do fear. And do fear stuff. I bet it is.
The catering for a ghost wedding is nuts.
Because everything is made out of sugar. So first,
especially if you say it's a ghost wedding, they're bumping it up.
Pumping.
They're cranking it up a couple thousand.
They're gouging for
Say no
sure. For sure. Well, Matt, if you have any other stories, let us know, or we can listen to a listener story.
Ooh, let's listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, Betsy Johnson and Marcia Clark. It is incredible to me that a fashion designer and a prosecutor have gotten together to make a Ghost Stories podcast, but I feel like I prayed for it, and so I just really appreciate you guys, And I wanted to give you a supernatural story. So I'll just get started. But I come from a trauma background just like everybody does, and I have always had terrible arachnophobia. A couple of years ago, I went to an eating disorder treatment facility, and while I was doing some work there, I realized that spiders were very much representatives of my ancestry. And oftentimes it felt like spiders were coming to me to represent family and loved ones and generational trauma and stuff like that. And so anyway, the story goes, a few weeks ago, I was walking up the stairs in my girlfriend's house, and I got hit with inspiration to write. And so I wrote a little bit, and then I was like, oh, that was all I needed to write right now. And so then I went to lay down in her bed while she was doing her hair, and I was feeling really emotional. That was what the inspiration was about. And a spider was on the ceiling over the bed, and I saw it, and I was like, holy shit. But I've been working on being less... to being less reactive to them and being more calm as I try and get them away from me. And so I basically was like, holy shit. And I've had a few intuitive experiences. I guess you could say I am witchy. But nothing like this has ever happened to me before. I heard the spider say, like, it's okay, stop. You can move, but I want to talk to you. And I was like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on? And so I slowly got up off of the bed, and the spider was like, you have to trust me. And I was like, okay, but I got up off of the bed, and I kept looking at it, and then it dropped down a little bit as I was getting up, dropped down off of the web, like it was on the ceiling, and then it moved down a little bit after I got off of the bed so that I felt safe that it was moving. It was crazy. And then it basically, I'm not going to tell you the specific messages it gave me, but it was talking to me and basically was like, it gave me a message, and then it would drop down on its web a little bit. So it said something to me the first time, which was basically along the lines of trust me, I'm talking to you, we need to have, you're having an emotional experience right now and you need to talk. And I was like, okay, whoa. And I was bawling already at this point. It was the most insane experience I've ever had. And so then the spider was like, trust me, I'm talking to you. And then it moved down again and gave me another message. And then it moved down the web again. And it would move down and like after I had received the message, as if to confirm, like, yes, that was what you needed. Now I'm going to move again and start saying something else to you. It was crazy. And when I got up, I had called my girlfriend and said, hey, can you please get something to get rid of this spider? And so she had gone downstairs as I was getting up from the bed. And so after the spider had moved down 3 times, my girlfriend came back up right on time to get the spider after it was done talking to me. It moved down enough 3 times that it got onto the pillow. And instead of like retreating into the bed, it just crawled up right on the pillow so that my girlfriend could get it and dispose of it. Or not, oh my God, that's such a, put it outside. But yeah, and basically I'm pretty sure that it was an ancestor of mine. I'm pretty sure that he was like a queer cowboy. But yeah, that's my story, and that's all that I have to say. So thank you so much. Bye. Like, this message is too long already. I gotta go. Thank you so much.
Whoa. Whoa. Queer cowboy, yes.
How did you know the spider was a queer cowboy?
Well, we didn't
it.
hear the message.
That's
so.
right. The last message was Brokeback Mountain, my personal story.
Wow.
That's wild. That's so wild.
I would love for the thing I'm most terrified of to change its relationship with me and then all of a sudden just start having a nice casual conversation. Like,
Right. And becoming a positive meaning of
Yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
this might be an ancestor or something.
I'm no longer afraid of spiders because that's what a trip. Talk to her.
That's like, I want to, like, this is the times when I'm like, I wish you were in front of me, because I want to ask very specific questions about, like, at what point did you think this is real? Or was there a moment where you're like, why am I, like, I want to know, like, did you hear the voice? Was the voice in the head? Was
Right,
it, you
right.
know, like, I have all these things because I've heard disembodied voices before, so it's not like a thing that I'm like, how do you do that? Like, I get it, but it's like, was it like, I want to know, because what's the spider's mouth like? All the questions. All the
Her
questions.
girlfriend is just an incredible ventriloquist from downstairs and just shooting that voice.
Yeah.
I mean, my God. What would you do? I would lose my mind.
I was so worried that they were going to kill the spider, so I'm glad
I thought it was going to be a big old smush at the end.
Oh, God. I got my girlfriend to get rid of the spider. No!
Oh, no.
You got to let that spider live there forever.
Yeah, I think you got to be friends with that spider.
What's the lifespan of a spider? Ooh, my cat jumped in my lap and didn't make it, so she had to claw me up. Come here. Here you go.
Wow.
That it curled up onto her pillow afterwards? Like, it was
Yeah,
sort of,
because
I
usually
live
they
here now?
fucking scurry away
Yeah.
and hide, and then you think, oh no, they're going to crawl in my mouth for sure tonight while I sleep and be in my stomach for 7 years like gum. Oh no.
No, that spider just needed to lay down beside you and whisper in your ears.
I wonder if, like, the fear of spiders was there from an early age because there was, like, kind of a intuitive connection where, like, ooh, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Right.
You
or
know
like
what
they've
I'm saying?
always been trying to contact her in
Yes.
some way. Yeah.
Yes. So, and then maybe it was, like, even subconsciously, like, I don't want to talk to anybody, so I don't like being near spiders are also
I was
tough,
gonna
man.
say,
That's
like,
a tough one.
people
They're
are scared of
tough.
spiders. Yeah. Because they're little and can poison you.
Oh, I know, and they're just I'm sorry, spiders who are listening. You're nasty. You're kind of
You
nasty.
have a lot of legs is the thing.
Too many.
My cats
Sharp.
love to eat a spider.
Oh,
It's good to have.
that is
Little-
good.
You
Spider
have
cleaner.
a new cat, right?
Yeah, I've got a new little kitty somewhere around here.
Is that kitty into bugs, or have you not had the opportunity to find this out yet?
Loves to fly. Going to town the other day. So we've got a screen door onto our balcony, and it's dusty and dirty.
Oh yeah, LA baby.
But it hasn't been touched. And the other day, I sort of like caught a glimpse of the very, very top of it. This cat is less than 5 pounds. He's a teeny tiny kitty. And just in the right light, you can see paw prints at the very top of the very top of the screen. So he's been trying to chase flies since we got him.
Shoo
Yes.
fly, shoo fly.
Shoe fly. Wilma will go after flies.
Mm-hmm.
I think what Gilly said one time she like caught one, but then opened her mouth and it flew out again.
Like a horror film.
She caught one and was like, "Oh God, I did it! What do I do now?" And then like opened her mouth and it was just like.
This has been a very like animal creature, like kind of
Yes.
spirit embodied episode.
Very Hawaii, huh?
Yeah.
Now I'm scared to say anything about Hawaii. I'm like, don't be mad at me, Hawaii.
Well,
Fly loves you.
if you haven't been
Yay.
cursed yet, right? You haven't gotten a curse on you yet, huh?
I don't know.
She's looking around the room.
I don't know.
Let me see.
I turned my head and it's just an orange. The back of my head is just a big old orange.
That's
The
your
fruit.
curse, is you turn into a citrus.
Yes. I'm gonna go bad soon. Come on.
And I'm allergic to penicillin, so I can't go around you.
Oh no. Matthew, thank you so
This has
much
been
for
so
coming
fun.
on.
Oh, this was a pleasure.
I learned so much about Hawaii.
Yeah.
I hope I was right about any of what I said.
We all find out like, oh boy,
You just
that
made
was
up a
way
ton of
off.
shit.
Everyone's very upset with Matt about
Yeah.
this episode.
He's not allowed back.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Matthew, where can people find you?
In Los Feliz.
Yeah, a
On the
few
gram.
blocks from my place, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
You can find
truly.
me on the gram if you want to look at internet photos of me.
Yeah.
You can find me on
Yes.
Instagram.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you so much. This was amazing.
This
Loved
is
it.
great. Ooh,
Ooh, I'm ready for some spooky season movies now.
Yeah.
we're doing it.
Not Smile.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants.
That was a headgum podcast.